Another episode of Heavy in the Paint. You know, we back. We doing it. We talking NFL. Week 7 is in the books. Got to look back on it. And one of the outstanding individuals, you got to check out his YouTube show, Nick Ferguson Show. He's all on social media. Former NFL player, Mr. Nick Ferguson. Nick, what's good, baby?
What's going on, gentlemen?
What's going on, Nick?
Doing well. Hey, how you doing? I'm sorry. I'm so disrespectful because you threw me off with that Celtics shirt. I'm a little uptight, Nick, because my Tampa Bay Buccaneers went into the Motown, the Motor City, and got things handed to them. But
yeah.
I want to get into all of that first and foremost. You know, I want to look at the Chiefs, man, and that AFC West. And I look at the Chiefs, the way they started, like I had predicted, said, the end was here when they lost to Jacksonville. Then they come back scheduling whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then they just took the Oakland or Las Vegas Raiders out to the woodshed this past week. I'll ask you straight and Zach, are the Chiefs showing the AFC West that they will not go quietly, something you can expect from a team that has been so dominant for so long?
I'm going to say hell no. And the reason I'm going to say that is because when you look at the Chiefs, obviously they can't run the ball. Their leading receiver right now is Travis Kelce. They're not winning games the way we were used to watching them win the games. They have to play Buffalo, Jaden Daniels and the Commanders. Then they have to play here in Denver against the Broncos. And then they have to play again against the Colts. Now, we can revisit the conversation and see then where this team is, but Kansas City used to be that team. They used to be that team that everyone looked up and said, well, that's the team that we have to beat. To put it in NBA terms, Kansas City used to be Golden State Warriors, but they're not. Everyone is catching up to them. Right? You look at the quarterbacks across the league, you look at how every team is building, and usually what happens in any sport, whatever team that's on top, you look at their roster and you say, well, how can we offset that by adding pieces? And that's what everyone's done thus far.
Warriors, they you coming out swinging. I see you. Go ahead, K.A.
So, how much attention should we pay the Dallas Cowboys? Dallas Cowboys.
That's his team. I'm gonna let you know that's his team.
No,
well, listen.
Be real. Yeah, how much? Yeah.
Well, after they lost to the Carolina Panthers, everyone was saying, you know what? That Dallas Cowboys team, they're not for real. Now, here's a great thing. Here's the pros and cons about the Dallas Cowboys. See, they can score points. Yeah. They can't stop a nosebleed. Now, on Sunday, they'll be here in Denver, Colorado, facing off against one of the better defense in the league. So we'll get a chance to really see where they are. But I will say this. I mean, not having CeeDee Lamb for a while, Dak Prescott was able to play at an elite level. Now they got him back. Like this past Sunday, dude, he went off.
Yeah.
He went off. So Dallas is a team that scares me a little offensively because you got George Pickens, you got CeeDee back, you have a guy like Dak at the quarterback position. Jake Ferguson, the tight end, he's still in the game right now with all the tight ends. And then you have former running back, a guy who I know well, and Javonte Williams, who will be returning back to the Denver Broncos.
Wow.
And I know this personally. He wants nothing more than to run through their chest. So that's going to be a great game.
So one more question. With the MVP, I know it's so many games left. Yeah. But Dak, where you put him at? Dak Prescott, the quarterback, the MVP.
Okay, Dak he's right up there because, I mean, unfortunately, there was a loss with Baker Mayfield, but that doesn't change my opinion of Baker Mayfield. Yeah. So if I had to put him in maybe, let's say, chronological order, I'm going to go Baker, I'm going to go Dak, and then I'm going to go Daniel Jones, who plays for the Colts.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. I give you absolutely correct.
You was gonna make his day if you said Dak over Baker. I'd have walked off if you said that, Nick. I'd have walked off because that'd have been blasphemy.
Wait a minute. Why would it? Okay, so both quarterbacks are performing well. So I mean, you if you wanted to, I don't think there's an argument where you if you wanted to put Dak above Baker, you can. You can put Baker over Dak. They're 1A, 1B. They're 1A. Why not?
No. You want me to tell you? I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah. Break it down.
Number one, you look at the schedule thus far. Number two, the amount of injuries that the Buccaneers offensively have sustained. Dak has still had his pieces, George Pickens and stuff like that. Come on. We had 56 wide receivers, wide receivers that came out and performed against the San Francisco 49ers. We lack a defensive pass rush, but still in all, Dak has played well. But they played some cupcakes.
Wait.
Cupcakes. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
If that is your barometer, that is your barometer saying the injuries that they've had, looking at their defense, well, guess what we might as well do then? If we're talking MVP, we might as well put San Francisco 49ers quarterback Mac Jones in that conversation. Why? For the same reason.
Come on.
No, you said it to me, so I'm just returning it to you.
So you're going to take 2 games, a body of work of 2-3 games that Mac Jones has played, and a record that what you call them is that they 5-2?
Well, wait a minute. I'm basing this off of what you just said to me when you talked about Baker.
What has he done? Look at what Baker has done in terms from an offensive standpoint. And basically getting that record to 5-2, where 4 out of is it 7 games now? 7 games. Of the 7 games, you might as well say 6 of them, with the exception last one, let's say 5, have come down to the wire. And that's always been execution by Baker D. Mayfield down the stretch with the offense securing a W.
All right. Okay. So
Dak hasn't done that.
Well, let's look with what's happening with San Francisco. All right. No Brandon Ayuk. Deebo Samuel is gone. Right. They had Pearsall in the second year. Juwan Jennings was hurt for the majority of the season. They had to go back and get Kendrick Bourne, who was released by the Patriots. So they're winning games. No Fred Warner, no Nick Bosa. And by the way, their defense is young as hell. So you said this to me when you talked about Baker and not having his wide receivers. And the same thing can be said. So I'm just putting it out there. So if we're going to say that, we might as well put Mac Jones in the conversation.
But let's not exclude just the wide receivers. He hasn't had his top running back. He hasn't had Bucky Irvin. 49ers have had Christian McCaffrey. Come on now.
In the last game that the 49ers played, they leaned heavily on Christian McCaffrey because it was Christian McCaffrey versus Bijan Robinson, right? And that young defense on the Robert-Saleh shut him down. But again, CMC went wild. So if you want to have that conversation, we can. But I don't think you really want to have that.
Nick, let's move on. Speaking about the matchup, I thought was the best matchup of the week that just passed in week 7. What are your biggest takeaways from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions showdown in the Motown City, in which the Lions squeaked by 24-9?
Really? You squeaked by?
They got destroyed.
See, there you go. You throw the gasoline on it. See? What's your biggest takeaway from that game?
Well, my biggest takeaway is former Georgia Tech running back turned Alabama running back Jahmyr Gibbs ran roughshod through that Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. And what it tells me is that John Morton, who was a former Broncos offensive coach, he's got those dudes clicking on all cylinders. And when we look at the NFL, we were just talking about quarterbacks. Everyone always talks about quarterbacks, but you never talk about the running backs. You know what it is? It's like, once again, I'm going to make another NBA reference, right? Because everyone's talking about maybe the point guard, right? And no one's really talking about the center sometimes, right?
Yeah.
There's only a handful of these quality centers, but no one's talking about them. Just like here in Denver, right? We have one of the best players and best centers in the game in Nikola Jokic. But people are always talking about around the league, the guard play. So when we look at this situation, it's about the running back. There's not a single quarterback that I've ever seen over the past 40 years in the NFL ever win a game by himself without having a running back. It's unheard of, but we kind of toss them to the side. So when you look at one of the things that goes well and what kind of have the Detroit Lions run deep in the playoffs is they have not one running back, they have 2.
Yeah.
You just talked about Bucky being injured, right?
Yeah.
So how you running the ball, Baker Mayfield? Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Yeah, I want to just ask a follow-up question, aka real quick, Nick, and picking your brain. You know, when I look at Jahmyr Gibbs when he was drafted, really is a speed back, a guy that you didn't really anticipate being able to take the pounding of being an everyday back. And then I look at a guy like kind of Bucky Irvin, who really has been thrust into that sort of lead back and has really struggled with some injuries. I think that, again, the wear and tear has really caught up to him, and he sustained not only the shoulder injury, but this foot problem and stuff that he's been out for quite some time. When you look at a back like Jahmyr Gibbs, how surprised, A, are you that he is a guy that can be an every down back? And then do you see a guy like Bucky Irvin being able to be in that sort of mold of a Jahmyr Gibbs?
Yeah, I see Bucky as being in that mold, but here's the problem. You just can't have one guy carrying the load. CMC, every year he's broken down in San Francisco because he's kind of the only back, right? So that changes so many things. If the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had maybe one or two more backs that they gave carries to, that would lighten the load for Bucky Irvin. Yeah. As it pertains to Jahmyr Gibbs, he has David Montgomery to help him out, right? That changes the workload on a particular player, because if you don't, you're going to break him down, and everyone has wear and tear. So that's the thing that helps Jahmyr Gibbs. Here's the other thing too. Run your running back outside on the perimeter, right? You want to get him on the perimeter because there's less people out there on the perimeter that can actually tackle him. And you have these old school coaches who just kind of 3 yards in a cloud of dust want to run them between the tackles. Don't do that. Don't do that, right? You use the NBA load management. Help those dudes out. Get them to the end of the season, right? That's what you want to do. That's the name of the game, right, Kenny? Load management.
Yeah,
you got the dogs
low
out. The dogs is out.
Low management.
Go ahead, K.A. Yeah.
No, but how now? I got off my dog. Excuse me, my dog was barking. So
the dogs are out, man.
Yeah,
dogs are out. That's a part of the show. The dogs are out.
Yes.
Yo, so my next question: what do you think about the Jets? Everything that's going on with the New York Jets, with when the owner came out, disrespected the quarterback. I didn't like that. But what do you say about that, Nick?
All right, so Woody Johnson, he's the owner of the team.
Yes.
So the owners pay the bills. They can say whatever they want to, but you can't really say it without context and consequence.
Yes.
Because here's a guy who is still your quarterback. You have not released him. But to publicly kind of shame him in a particular way, it makes playing the game more difficult, right? Yeah. It puts that player in the crosshair where he's thinking, okay, well, does the owner trust me? Can I trust my coaches? Hell, can I trust my teammates?
Yes.
You know this for playing team sport. The moment your teammates don't trust you, there's going to be a problem. And
it's a wrap.
And I'll take you back to this. Last week, Tua Tagovailoa went public about what he felt the leadership was like in the Miami Dolphins organization, only to be criticized for what he said. But he was only being honest with the environment and the culture that was being created. So once again, in this situation, even if you don't like a player, they're not playing well, you can't, in my opinion, you shouldn't publicly say something like that.
Publicly.
That is going to create controversy. If you want to pull him aside, you tell him, listen, we need you to play better at the quarterback position. But I'll also add this. While many people and fans and media members in New York Jets are just piling on negatively about Justin Fields, let's just take a think about this. Who in the hell is he throwing the ball to? Where's they can't even protect him.
Yeah.
So if you can't protect your quarterback, how can I do my job and throw the ball down the field if I'm constantly on my back? Explain that to me. I don't know. Can't happen.
Yeah. I see that the owner came out on that because they don't want him there. They really don't want him there. To just make a just assumption like that straight out to the public, you just keep everything in house, I believe.
But you know what though, and here's the thing, Nick Ferguson, and Nick, you played for the Jets. Nick, the thing is this, look, we've all seen the Jets struggle with, I go back. Sam Darnold didn't really have too many guys throw the ball. I think Mark Sanchez went through a space. Yeah. Even a young fella, Zach Wilson, he didn't have adequate guys. I think at some point, and looking at Justin Fields, and this is not really to degrade him or knock him, and I don't want to do that, but at some point, you got to make plays, man. And I mean, there's been moments where he hasn't made plays, Nick, and it's just.
But Gerald, Nick just said, "Who's he?
Gary Wilson ain't. Gary Wilson is a nice player. Come on, I mean,
make play and no line to protect him. No line to protect him. One wide receiver. It's just bad over there with the New York Jets. It's just bad." And it seems to me that the owner has taken up for the coach instead of the players.
Yeah.
Period.
But Nick, how do you fix this situation? Put your GM hat. They say, "Hey, Nick, we need your help." Woody Johnson comes to you and says, "Nick, we need your help." How do you fix this situation? Because, Nick, you played here. You know how these New York Jet fans are. You know that they're passionate, and it's been a long time. Nick, how do you fix this? How do you fix this, Nick?
Well, first and foremost, the head coach for the Jets is a former New York Jet teammate of mine, and Aaron Glenn.
Yes.
So the first thing I would do is I would sit down with both the GM, the head coach, and the owner, and we would comb through the roster. We're going to evaluate every single player. And we're going to say, well, with the team being where they are right now, winless, who is still playing at a championship level? Because here's what I know. We're all creatures of habit. We all want to win. When we start to lose, then the true you start to come out. Because now, are you still practicing, giving us a winning effort, or you just threw your hands up to say, you know what? The hell with it. We're not going to go to the playoffs. I want to see those guys who are still competing. The other thing is, let me look at the offensive line. Which guys are struggling to, fulfill their responsibilities? Which guys are not working on their fundamentals? Then I'm going to look at the wide receivers. Yeah, you guys have some wide receivers, but you only have one wide receiver, one true number one. You just can't focus and get that one guy involved. And I know there's this belief that quarterbacks win championships. They don't win them by themselves. Joe Montana didn't win by himself. Hell, Terry Bradshaw didn't win by himself. And taking it back to throwback Jets, even Joe Willie Namath didn't win Super Bowls by his damn self. So we have to focus on building a team. And I've been around Bill Parcells just like Aaron Glenn. And there was a certain way that you did things. It was tough. It was no nonsense. Everyone was held accountable. And he didn't care, Bill Parcells, that says, if your mama was standing next to you and you didn't play well, he's going to tell you right in front of your mama. So this is what the Jets need. They need a little bit of tough love. They feel down. They feel down by themselves, but there's no self-loathing. Pick your ass up and play Jets football. That's what we need you to do. We need every guy, all 22 guys out there playing. And if you don't want to play, raise your hand. Let us know. We will cut your ass and get someone in here, basically.
Yeah. No, I just want to follow that up and just say, obviously, if Justin Fields is not the answer, I would say, obviously getting more offensive weapons in place. Maybe going out if Tyrod Taylor. I mean, look, I like Jameis Winston, right? I don't know. I think Jameis Winston is great in this space with the Giants, but having a guy kind of to follow that model of getting a veteran in there, and don't be so quick to throw out a college kid and putting a college rookie quarterback out there and you're going to sink and swim with him. New York is totally, totally different. And I think Philly, you have to have guys be able to sit and learn the game.
But Gerald, I'll tell you this. It doesn't make a difference who is your starting quarterback at this point. It doesn't matter. You can name me any quarterback, past or present, and you put them in that Jets offense, they're still going to struggle.
Yeah, see Sam Darnold. Look at Sam Darnold now.
Yeah.
Think about this. You bring up Sam Darnold. How bad does it look for Joe Douglas, who was the GM, I believe, at the time with the New York Jets, watching Sam Darnold not only go to Minnesota, but now he's in Seattle and he's balling.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's balling.
That means that whatever you were doing, you were not helping him.
Yeah.
And right now, the Jets are not helping Justin Fields, just like Justin Fields was asked today. What do you think about the comments Woody Johnson said about you? He said, I'm not on social media. I don't even know about the comments. So the reporter followed up. Well, did anyone in the organization tell you about the comments? He said, no, I'm focused on the game. I know I need to play better, and I know playing the quarterback position. It doesn't make a difference what happens on game day. If we don't win, everyone blames me. That's par for the course. And that's just the way it is. But I know football. And I know sports. You can't win by yourself. Like if we took Kenny, me and you, and two other dudes and say, well, we're going to play against the Golden State Warriors. And we're talking about and Kenny Anderson's heyday.
Right? We'll get blown out.
No, yo, heyday.
I'll do me, though. I don't know what y'all doing.
Yes,
I'll do me. Oh, no.
See, hey, Kenny knows Kenny's going to do him.
Yeah.
I can't speak for everyone else.
Yeah.
Right? That's what Justin Fields is dealing with right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's trying to do him, but he can't do him because the guys around him are not being supportive.
Yes.
The coaches are not helping him. That's what makes what Woody Johnson said today. It throws things off.
Way off.
Yes, it throws things off, man. So that's just me. That's the way I feel about it. But I know Kenny feels me. Kenny,
I feel you all the way, man. All the way, Nick. I feel you.
Yes.
You got to have a good supporting cast, especially from the coaches and the general managers that brought you in. You know, I tell you real quick, when I got drafted in 91 to the New Jersey Nets, Bill Fitch was my coach.
Yeah.
I didn't play well. He didn't like rookies. So but Mookie Blaylock got hurt, and I played 10 games, and I did extremely well, and it built my confidence up. That's where it all started.
Yeah. Confidence. Confidence.
Yeah.
Come on, Joe. Confidence. Got to give that young man some confidence.
Yep. Hey, he don't play with this, so I don't play. I'm pulling for the brother. Yeah. But it is what it is. We got our own problems to worry about. Yo, Nick, before we get out of here, man, you know, K.A. definitely was talking, man, and I know obviously you're a big basketball fan and stuff like that. So before we get out of here, I want to ask you, number one, give us your NBA prediction. Who you think will be the champions this year in the NBA and MVP?
Well, for me, I think they're going to run it back in this OKC. If you watch the game last night, I know a lot of people in Denver hate SGA because they feel as though he gets too many calls. But I'm like, that's the nature of the beast. That's what star players get. Right?
Yes.
I mean, look at MJ. Right? You can touch MJ. So SGA is that type of player. And the way that I look at him, man, he's smooth like a glass of cognac. Right? I mean, when you think about him getting inside the paint, creating contact, falling away, and just elevating, right? It's just a thing of beauty. And that's a young team that knows how to win. Watching the game last night, even with the Houston Rockets playing well, with Kevin Durant. Right? With Kevin Durant with that jumper that's so wet. They took him to overtime. And they say, we've been here before. We know how to do this, right? And the great thing about their team, they are just that. Their team. They have a bunch of role players who understand their right? Think about Caruso, who was more Chicago, right? And Caruso and Lou Dort is out there trying to guard like 6'11". Kevin Durant. I mean,
they gritty.
Yes.
They gritty. They go hard.
Kenny, you would appreciate this.
Yeah.
Right? So it seemed like they have a bunch of New York old school playground, hard talk, New York basketball players. They don't know anything else.
They just play hard.
They just play hard. And they play discipline. They don't play
Yes.
They play discipline. So that is my team to repeat.
And Williams was out last night.
Yes.
Williams was out.
Yes. Yes. So
interesting.
The West is loaded.
It's loaded.
The West is freaking loaded. So it's going to be a tough matchup down the stretch. I don't know if OKC repeats the same streak that they had as far as number of wins, but I see that team being the team to beat. And I see Kenny with a Boston shirt on. I wish I could say the Celtics, but they just dismantled their team. They just dismantled.
Yeah. We're a whole different team.
That's a whole different team. Yes.
Drew Holiday gone.
Yes. Al Horford gone with the Warriors.
So we got Jason Tatum. He's injured. He's coming back. Jaylen Brown. The White. We don't. But the East, we're good.
Who's your MVP, Nick? Before we let you get out of here,
SGA again.
He's gonna run it back
again.
Wow.
Again. Now I will tell you, living here in Denver, there's going to be a lot of conversation.
That's what I was
about Nikola Jokic.
Yes.
Right. But SGA proved that he can get buckets. He can defend. Right. He can do all those things. And the crazy thing about it, it's tough when you have to decide between so many good players.
Yes.
But they can only be one.
Yeah.
It can only be one.
Yeah.
You go with SGA.
I'm going with SGA.
I'm gonna go with Joker. Joker gonna win it again. He gonna win it this year again.
I got a surprise one, man. And I'm gonna say this. I think Victor Wembanyama, man.
Really?
They hyping it up. They want him. He's a great player, but they want to pass the torch to him for the NBA. I get it.
All I saw was one or two plays.
Yeah, I get it.
He's moving people out the way now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah. And you talk about that man who's actually said
you
that baller.
Well, you can move anybody out the way nowadays in the NBA. You can just blow on them.
Yeah. Yes.
You know,
and I think
it's rules, regulations, you know.
Yeah, Kenny is right. See, Adam Silver is trying to position Wembanyama because when you look at San Antonio, that's one of the smaller market teams.
Wow.
Right. And also keep this in mind. You can go take a look at it. Look at the past 6 league MVPs. They've all been international players.
Yes.
All international.
Going into
That happens for a reason. One, because the players are playing fantastic.
Yeah.
Two, the league wants that because that builds up their game around the world.
Exactly.
And NBA Europe is going to be coming soon or whatever. Nick, I know you got to get out of here, but real quick, man, the Nick Ferg Show on YouTube. Talk about that, man, and talk about what the show is all about.
Yeah, man, everything is moving to digital, and I wanted to do some of my own stuff, bring my own flair to, I guess, the entertainment world or sports talk. And it's my channel. I interview a lot of different people. Just recently, I interviewed Master P because there's a versus.
Awesome.
There's a versus on Saturday. It's going to be Cash Money versus No Limit Records. So that's taking place on Saturday. And then, you know, he's a guy who's a hooper. He's helped develop guys like DeMar DeRozan. Yeah. And I wanted to give him, you know, an opportunity to talk about what he's doing because he's down in New Orleans with the University of New Orleans Privateers, and he is the president of basketball operations. So for me, my channel gives me an opportunity to talk to people who work in entertainment, sports, and just regular ass people. So go check that out.
I gotta get on, man. I gotta get on.
I'm saying when we gonna get the invite.
I gotta get on. Kenny Anderson gotta get on the Nick Ferguson show, man.
Yeah, man, the Nick Ferg Show. What's up, Nick?
Nick Ferg, we gotta get on.
Hey, listen, it's nothing but just a phone call away.
My man.
It's just
no, Nick, you just let us know, man.
Yes. All right. Well, you know what? Let's try to do something next week.
Okay.
Because I did an interview with John Abraham, my former New York Jets teammate. Yeah. And I'm trying to help him get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Ooh. Okay. That's awesome. It's great.
That's really interesting.
So we can talk next week because basketball season just started.
Yeah, it just started.
The Mavs played tonight.
Yeah.
So we got a lot to talk about.
We can mix it up. I know my football too. I know my football too. We can mix it up. It's still basketball. We do the whole thing.
Yes. And we also got to talk about the fact is that, you know what, maybe you put a Florida State helmet up there or so, because I see the University of Miami, especially I'm trying to start the petition to get Deion back home at Florida State. I just asked George at Florida State.
That's what I'm talking about. I need one sent to my home.
Oh my God.
I need one of those sent to my home. I need one of those sent to my GT Yellow J. And by the way, we 7 in the country.
Yes.
7 in the country.
Undefeated.
Yes. Let's go, baby.
Florida State who?
Yellow Jackets in the building.
Yes. Let's go.
Nick, I can't believe that. I can't believe that, Nick. Oh my God. So wait a minute, Nick. When were you at? Real quickly, when were you at Georgia Tech?
I finished at Tech in '97.
Okay,
I finished in '91.
Yes.
So who was the guard? Who was there with you, Nick? Who was the point guard?
Jared Jack. They went to the National Final Four, right?
No. When I was there, Jared Jack came after.
Yeah.
Stephon Marbury was there.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh,
okay.
He was with Steph.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes. Him and what was it? Drew Barry.
Yes,
Drew Barry.
Rick Barry's sons there.
Yeah,
Ooh, that was nice. That was nice.
Nah.
Listen, Nick, man, appreciate you, man. 1000%. Appreciate the time. Definitely looking forward to make sure we chop it up again. Definitely make sure you check out the Nick Ferg Show. Check him out on Instagram, TikTok, X, all over the place. Where they can find you, Nick?
You can find me on those platforms at Nick Ferguson _25.
Appreciate it, Nick.
Man, Nick.
Former NFL player Nick
Nice.
Ferguson join us here. Heavy in the paint. Peace.
Oh, man, peace.